What is going on, everyone? My name's Boyd, and I am back with some more Age of Mythology. The Titans action spawning in the top of the map in the blue color, playing as Zeus. His name is Brickhead. His opponent today in the red color, playing as Loki. His name is SunTzu. This is a best of 5 for the relegations of the Vubli Champions League. This is round 1. If you lose in this relegations, you are out. Not out. No, sorry. Let me correct myself because that was wrong. If you win in these relegations, you stay in Champions League or get promoted to Champions League. That's how it works. If you lose, you got to keep going until you find that win or until all the spots have been taken. So the way it works is if you were placed number 5th, you would play, or in the Phoenix division, you would play number 8 in the Colossus division. If you were number 6, you would play number 7, and so on and so forth. So this is one of those sorts of games. However, we did have some dropouts, so we did have to kind of fudge the situation just a little bit. But what can you do? Such is life. We do have the map Drenched River. Is that right? Drenched River? Is that what this is called? It's map with hashtags next to it. So I'm going to go with Drenched River. It's one of those Bill Gregg open maps, one of those special maps that plays very, very uniquely. This is not a map we saw many games on. We did see it in the finals. I remember against Joe and Redo in the finals of the Bill Gregg Open, and it was a slogfest of a game because of how big it is. However, Loki versus Zeus, very different matchup to the Ra mirror. So we'll see how it goes. But just the way this works, just in case you've missed all of the other games so far that have happened, the way that the maps work for the playoffs is we pre-selected 5 maps, and then we gave them off. Their first map has to be a Bill Gregg Open map. There has to be 1 water map, no more than 2 water maps in a selection of 5, just to make sure that everyone's happy and we don't get a billion Mediterranean games like you guys. I know you guys love the Mediterranean, love it so much, but we thought, maybe some variety might be good in your life. So we just toned down the Mediterranean love, and we're gonna give some loves to some of the other maps and see what happens with it. Anyways, Temple coming up for SunTzu in his base. It's Zeus versus Loki. A very interesting matchup. Because Zeus has access to Hermes, but also if Zeus goes Hermes, he doesn't have that big power spike of Athena, which does so well here. You've got a lot of options here with Zeus against Loki, going for Athena Rush and putting a lot of pressure on, cutting off food, cutting off gold, restoration, timing attacks, walls everywhere. All of those shenanigans can be really strong. However, on this map being so large, I don't see an Athena Rush really working out too well for Brickhead. So I do expect him to be going for something closer or closely resembling like a Hermes defensive, maybe a 2-town center Hermes defensive Hippocon Toxotes thing, or go for an Athena game here, but not sure what his plan is. He's moving forward to this here, so he's going to have a forward build. He can just put buildings down right here and just wall up his base and hope that SunTzu doesn't hit him is an option here. We do already see a bunch of wall segments going up for SunTzu, who's trying to do all that stuff. He's going through Forseti. There's no surprises there. The Athena coming just a little bit faster than SunTzu's advance time. Looking like it's kind of like a 4:15 or something like that. And we do see the granary coming up right now for him. Going to be eating those boar and then throwing down the barracks. Do we see any upgrades? No. Generally speaking, when we advance this fast as Zeus through Athena, we don't get any upgrades, and you just kind of go 2 military buildings, trying to spam them off as best as you can. Spam them out as best as you can. That's what I meant to say. When you see a spire onto the gold villages, probably not the best of spies for SunTzu, because you kind of want to see where the food is. And if we check out SunTzu's perspective here, he's got no idea that there's hunt going on over here at all. The Herso already moving out do look like they're moving straight towards this location, though it's looking like they are no longer. They may spot this, they may not. It's going to be very close. Checking out SunTzu's perspective, he's walking straight past here, and he will run right into the forward base of Brickhead. Going to be able to get a little bit of chip damage done here. Both of the military buildings are up. The Hursa are going to be going after these villagers. We do see a bolt immediately onto one of those Hursa. Villagers turn around to force the Hursa back, and we've got the Jason coming in. That's going to be enough to force Thrain Mead Monga back. Nice defense there from Brickhead, but SunTzu's got to feel a little bit unhappy about having to, Brickhead's going to have felt a little bit unhappy having to have bolted a Hursa there when you would much prefer to have to bolt, say, a Valkyrie or an Einherjar a little bit later in the game, or even maybe getting a Battle Ball could have been ultimate value, possibly even saving the bolt for a Nidhogg with the most ultimate of ultimate values, because Zeus does struggle against that hell with only one ranged hero. So we'll see what he can do with this nice defensive gold mine here. Does Brickhead know about it? Brickhead sees it. He knows that there's a sentry tower here. So one option for Brickhead could be to just walk around here and put pressure onto this location here. It's got no houses around it whatsoever. So Brickhead could make that work for himself. He is, however, getting pushed back by all the Hursa that are out already for SunTzu. Population situation is 47 to 43. So a slight advantage for Brickhead, but it's not going to matter too much. There is a restoration. We don't see any attempted watchtowers just yet. Hall of Thanes coming out first. A nice ordering here from SunTzu. He's got 6 villagers on wood already, and the villagers in the back eating this hunt. That's the last bit of hunt that SunTzu's going to be having. And he's going to have to look for some value from these Hursa. He's got 6 pigs here, which is not going to be enough to advance here. He's still pumping out Hursa. He's going to try and move in and out here, in and out. And for some reason, Brickhead trying to push through this wooden wall there is the watchtower, and that's going to force Brickhead back for the time being. He's going to have to think about a different way forward here. Scout moving in, going to be spotting that this hunt is just about expired, and now the Hursa are completely out, ready to go. Greek really struggles in this stage of the game, having got no value out of his army just yet. Those Hursa can just run rampant around the map, snipe straggler units, hit the main base, hit this hunt, doing all of those things. Brickhead going to have to retreat back to his food over here, and these Hursa going to be storming in, probably going to get a villager pick off or 2, and maybe even getting a myth unit spawn here. The villagers retreating back over into this spot here just to keep safe. He's got a little bit of an avenue away from it, but the Hursa come around. Villagers will sneak back, going to be trying to fight off these Hursa. One very low HP Hursa here can get healed back up by a healing spring. Got to be very careful. The villagers turning onto this Hursa, almost sniping, and one villager almost falls. He does pick off one Hursa there. The rest of the Hursa chilling up at the top, almost losing another one, and he will be moving on to another location at this time. What Brickhead can do here potentially is get a gold staff with a restoration timing push on this gold mine finishing. So SunTzu's best option here is going to be to go for a semi-fast heroic here. There is no need to go 115 population Hursa. You need to make sure you get to the heroic age before needing that second gold mine, so that when the timing attack comes, you can flaming weapons deflect that and kill off every single one of those Greek units under the restoration. Follow it up with a battle ball push and get your own gold staff out is definitely an option. We do see a second archery range and a second military academy coming out now for Brickhead, who is definitely going to be going for that 115 Greek push, all in shenanigans. He needs to get out his medium hoplite or medium infantry and medium archers as well at some point. Looks like the Hursa are going to be retreating. Nice marker from both players to keep their units alive. Remember, there is a healing spring for SunTzu, so every little bit of chip damage he gets is absolutely huge. Now, question is, has Brickhead scouted out all of the hunt here? Yes, he has scout chilling in the back. He will be able to see this hunt if he checks it out enough with his villagers. But the villagers moving forward onto this location, this is actually quite smart by SunTzu. However, he may get unlucky. Brickhead may decide to run through this location and hit this hunt here. But this is quite smart to move onto this location here, right close to where his Hursa are. The Hursa are still darting in and out of this forward base here of Brickhead, who is just holding on to it for dear life. He does have these deer over here that he can move to. He's also got deer over here. We do see a couple of Hursa chilling on this location, and the villagers will have left onto the middle of the map, going for Crown Crane. Crown Crane only have 10 HP. These villagers deal enough damage to kill the Crown Crane fairly fast, so should be fine for him to have those. and we'll see what happens. We see the Herso still moving in, trying to find something to do, but can't quite get there. And we've even got farms up here for SunTzu. He's also supply blocked, and he's cut Herso production here. How many resources? He's got the resources to advance, so we will be able to get to the heroic age here, no problems, and he will have a little bit of gold left to play with. Bragi is incoming. The villagers will move over onto this location. We see the Catastrophe is chilling over here. The villagers do get spotted on this hunt, going to be moving back, and here's the question: can Brickhead do anything here with his army? He looks like he's trying to get to the next stage himself as he's cut upgrades. He could potentially go for a bronze restoration timing attack, may be enough to defeat the Hersa ball, but I'm really not sure about it. Potentially also going through Apollo and using it as a retreat tactic to bait out the flaming weapons could be another option as well. The dwarves have finished that gold there. There's only 7 of them. Going to be moving forward. We don't see any more military units getting built just yet by SunTzu, who's almost hit the heroic age. And now the dwarves moving over here onto this gold mine. That's going to be the time for SunTzu, or for Brickhead, to hit that gold mine. And I love this scouting sitting here. Obviously, this is the gold mine to be noticed. And he does spot it. And will he click there instantly is the question. I think he will. And he's going to leave a couple of units in his base just to be careful. And is he going to the mythic age? Heroic age. He is going through Dionysus here. So this is going to be a really interesting fight. No upgrades for Brickhead. He's got bronze coming through very, very shortly to counter the flaming weapons. I'm not sure it's going to work out too well for him because the favor will come through for SunTzu. But Brickhead's taking his time here. He does snipe one Herso there, so that's really, really nice. Going to get a second one here as well. Trying to speed walk that Herso out. He does manage to get it out of there. Nice job there by SunTzu. There's the Dionysus for Brickhead. Going to have that Hydra, though it's not the most of use against a full Herso Loki army with flaming weapons incoming. Villagers going to be retreating back. You've got to get your villagers into a nice safe location here. We do see a mark coming up as well, so potentially a semi-fast mythic here from Brickhead. That's super interesting. The Hera will completely shut down the flaming weapons of the Loki player. And we'll see what SunTzu's doing here. He's still pumping out units, it looks like. Yep, Battle Ball coming through, Herso coming through, villagers moving over onto this hunt. We do see the Herso going after these deer just to, help the villagers out a little bit here. The Toxoid is going to be repelling these Hersa enough. And we do see Hera coming through. However, SunTzu should be able to notice that this mark is up. He's got the spy. He should have seen that that's coming up. We see all the farms getting sprayed out here by SunTzu. No care for efficiency at all here. These houses kind of blocking in the farms and everything else. And SunTzu is going to be a little bit struggling for resources here. And this Hera is going to do a lot. The Lightning Storm is going to hurt. We do see the Hersa with the Battle Ball moving in. We're 45% Hera. And Brickhead's going to be having a Medusa now to counter these Battle Ball. This is a really, really clever anti-Loki strategy here. Flaming weapons coming in onto this town center as Brickhead is realizing that this is what's happening, and Brickhead needs to think about something here, because this town center is going to be going down before the flaming weapons comes, or potentially before the Hera comes through. All the villagers committing to rebuilding this. The town center is focusing down Hersa here, and you can't even pop out a hero to help with this one. The Medusa will come out and pick off at least one battle ball if he can keep this town center alive. Jason, Odysseus coming back. The units of Brickhead moving forward can start thinking about moving into the home base here. Restoration onto the town center to try and keep it alive, keeping the villagers alive as well. 98%, 99%. He gets to the mythic gates, but the town center falls. He lightning storms onto this location. However, their heroes will all get picked, or not even get all picked off. The battle ball is going to take a lot of that damage there. And the Medusa gets off one move there. And now the bronze comes in, going after the hometown center of SunTzu with his entire army here, going after these villages. A bunch of villagers sitting idle in the bottom of the base there. The battle ball coming in, going to be trying to pick off these units or helping, but the bronze going to keep these units alive for a long time. The town center, unfortunately, targeting down the Hydra there. The Hersa comes in, going to be picking off this Hydra nice and fast. However, the Hoplite do decide to change off that one. The Hersa going to be moving around trying to find villagers as Brickhead has lost nearly every every single one of his villagers here while he was trying to defend that location. He does take down the town center. We're currently at 108 population to 60 population here, as Brickhead is completely losing here as he's killed no villagers so far. The Hearse are still alive. They basically generate resources for yourself with the free villager, myth unit spawn shenanigans and things like that. And now we'll see Brickhead trying to clean up the rest of this base. However, SunTzu making the intelligent decision to just move into the middle of the map, and Brickhead in that moment taps out. GG, well played by SunTzu. What an incredible timing attack. Absolutely insane, catching Brickhead completely out of position with his army, and there was nothing that Brickhead could do to defend against it. He tried to keep the town center alive. The Lightning Storm did not do enough damage to the Hearse because the myth units could just soak up so much of that damage, and he managed to just win that game with 0 town centers remaining in classic SunTzu style here for you, ladies and gentlemen. Taking the first game of the series. If you enjoyed this game, please consider hitting the follow on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTubes, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next game.